Kia ora e hoa, haere mai, come and join me. What have you done today? Have you been outside at all? Or maybe if you haven't been outside, you might still be able to see the great outdoors from where you're sitting. What can you see out your window? Can you see any trees? There are some big trees outside my window. Big, beautiful trees, just like the tree on this one here. This is a big, beautiful tree. The book is called Tree Beings, and it's by Raymond Huber with illustrations by Sandra Severgnini. Look at this beautiful illustration here. You can see the tree, can't you? Well, can you see all the shapes within the tree? I can see the shape of a human here and of a kangaroo. How about you? How about a butterfly? And a kiwi? Lots and lots of different shapes. And inside this book, Tree Beings, there are lots and lots of stories, all about trees, how good they are for us and the earth, and how we can help trees. Like the story that comes from New Zealand. This story here, it's called Letter from a Tree. It's the story of Dean Baigent-Mercer. Would you like to hear Dean's story? Are you nice and comfy? Ready? Oh, let's begin. When Kiwi Dean Baigent-Mercer was in his early 20s, a friend told him that the New Zealand government was cutting down ancient rainforest trees. At first, he didn't believe it. He knew that over half of the country's native forests had been destroyed in the past. Surely people knew better in 1996. The trees were also home to endangered animals, such as the kiwi. Dean joined a group of young protesters at Charleston Forest, where the logging had started. They planned to live among the rimu, red pine trees, to let all New Zealanders know about it. The group entered the forest one wet night to get close to the cutting area. They put up tents and hid from the loggers for a few days. Meanwhile, helicopters flew overhead, carrying rimu trunks on their way to the timber mill. Some of the trees had been there longer than humans had lived in New Zealand. But they were now being made into products such as toilet seats. Beautiful old trees being made into toilet seats. Oh no! One of their protest actions was tree sitting. Some branches were 5 stories up, and during one climb up, Dean slipped off a mossy branch and fell 2 meters, 6 feet before his safety harness stopped him. Another time, he was pulling himself up onto a branch and plunged his hand into a live wasp's nest. Ow! Dean and the others soon got to know the forest as if it were their own neighbourhood. There was one spectacular rimu that became Dean's favourite tree to climb. One day, he wrote this letter to his family. Dear Ma, Pa and Ja, guess where I am? I'm clipped onto a branch while sitting on a small platform with my friend Jen. We're probably 30 metres, 100 feet above the forest floor. This is my 22nd day here and I'm loving it. There are birds fluttering about and cicadas are singing their hearts out. When there's a breeze, the crown of this rimu sways and it feels like a fairground ride. Surprisingly, I'm not scared. Maybe this is because this is one of the most important and courageous things I've ever done. It's so beautiful here, with the trees we climb and shelter under, carpets of fern, kiwi that shriek in the night, and the river where we wash and drink. This is what I've grown to appreciate, and this is exactly what the logging destroys. It's paradise here, and I'm more determined than ever it stays that way. Lots of love from the rainforest canopy, Dean. The group lived in the forest for 5 months. As they watched the logs being taken away, it sometimes felt like nothing could stop it. But many people now knew about the logging, and protest sprang up around New Zealand. People wrote thousands of letters to the government demanding an end to the destruction. The government stopped the logging, and one of the last old rainforests in New Zealand was saved. And that's the end of the story. Wow, what a cool story. What a wonderful thing that Dean and his friends did. It was dangerous and perhaps not legal, but it made a huge, huge difference. There were certain parts of the story I didn't read. On this page here, they invite you to imagine that you're there on the day in 1997. And here are some comments from people who've read the story. Helen Clark, the former head of the United Nations Development Programme and a former New Zealand Prime Minister, said the Charleston forest occupation goes down as a legend of non-violent action in New Zealand. So there's lots of information with this story. Just like the information through the book, there's lots and lots of information about trees from other countries, how you can tell how old a tree is, the tree internet. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Or maybe if you want to find out more about these beautiful trees and how we can help as humans help trees, you might like to find a copy of the book. You can find out more at ekbooks.org, and you can look for it in your library and in your local bookstore. It's a beautiful book. Or maybe, if not today, maybe tomorrow, you might like to go outside and spend some time out underneath a beautiful old tree. Maybe see how the roots go down into the ground and the branches reach up into the sky. We're very, very lucky to have the wonderful environment that we do here in New Zealand. And I'll see if I can find some more books like this. Wonderful stories that we can learn from. And I hope you visit me again soon for another story. Ka kite, my friend. Have a good day.